What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Stampede Airsoft. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ares Amoeba AM-013, also known as the Sugar Weasel. The Ares Sugar Weasel shares a lot of similar traits with that of the real steel Honey Badger. With this PDW stock and this very neat and futuristic looking rail up here at the front, it is very different than your average M4. Going from tip to butt on this rifle, you have your federally mandated orange tip up here that is built into the front of a integrated mock suppressor. Just behind that, you have these two hand stops on the top and bottom of the rifle, making it very easy to C-clamp this rifle and have your hand at the perfect position. This rail is not a standard M-lock or key mod rail, however it might look like it takes key mod. It is one of those rails where it takes these little screw-on Picatinny segments or foregrips or anything like that. However, out of the box, it does come with two different segments, one up here on the top that has your front iron sight mounted to it, and then one longer one here on the bottom that you can attach any foregrips or anything like that. Going back to the iron sights, you do have a flip-up front and rear iron sight. They are made fully out of polymer, and they might look like they can be adjusted, but they are not. They are fixed iron sights, and this one back here even looks like you can change the aperture, but it is also fixed in place. Moving back onto the receiver, we have this nice pick rail up here on the top that you can mount any assortment of optics, and it stops right before it hits the rail. Right here on the back of the receiver, you have your charging handle, which is non-ambidextrous. It only has the clip on the left side, and if you pull back on that, it will pop open your dust cover, revealing your hop-up unit. The hop-up in this gun is a pretty standard rotary style hop-up, allowing you to get very nice and fine adjustments on your hop, so you can hop whatever weight BBs you want. Just below that, we have our non-ambidextrous magazine release, which is found right here on the right side. And then here on the left side, you have your non-ambidextrous fire selector. And of course, you have your mock bolt release and no mock forward assist, which is pretty different from an M4 platform. Moving down to the triggers on these rifles, internally, there is a micro switch MOSFET on these guns. What that means is that instead of regular trigger contacts, there is a small little button that every time you pull the trigger, it presses that and then your gun fires. This allows you to get crazy fast semi-auto trigger response. However, because of how these gearboxes are made, you are not able to fit any other type of MOSFET inside these guns. But what's nice though is to get even more sensitive trigger response, you can build up a little bit of material on the back of the trigger so that just barely pulling on the trigger activates that micro switch. However, the rest of the internals on this gun are standard version 2 compatible. Moving on to the back of the gun here, we have this nice PW style stock that has 3 positions: closed, a first open position, and then a second all the way out position. Inside this stock is also where you'll find your battery compartment. So what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze down on these 2 buttons right here on either side, pull the stock all the way off, and then right here on the stock cap there's a little squeeze tab on the top and bottom. You'll squeeze in on that, pull it off, and then in turn inside of this is where you'll find your battery compartment. Right out of the box, this gun is wired to small type Tamiya. However, it is very easy to get it switched over to a different connector, like a Dean's connector. The battery compartment on this gun, however, is quite small, just like most other PDW style guns. So at most, as the battery compartment sits right now, you'll probably be able to fit one of those small stick type lithium polymer batteries. However, if you did want more battery space, AirTech Studios does make a battery extension for this stock. We have them in stock every now and then, so just check the website and just follow our Instagram to see when we get more of those in. And then finally, the stock itself, it is just straight plastic, just like most of the other stuff on this gun. So it's not the most comfortable thing ever, but you won't have to worry about it breaking on you either, because this entire gun is made out of a very strong polymer, so there's very little creaking or bending on any of the components on this gun. Let's take a second to talk about the mag for this gun. The mag that it comes with has a very cool design to it. It has this nice texture on both sides, and it has little windows revealing some fake bullets. and it even has a small little pull tab on the bottom of the magazine, making it very easy to pull it out of any chest rig or plate carrier you might be wearing. However, it does wobble around quite a bit when inside the mag well, which is kind of unfortunate, even for because it is the mag that comes with the gun. Another nice little thing that Ares does with almost all of their guns is they put a small little chrono tag on it to say what the gun was shooting at once it was finished being built. So at Ares with .20 gram BBs, they say that this gun should be shooting at 1.41 joules. After taking the gun back to our chronograph and filling it up with .20 gram BBs and plugging in an 11.1 lithium-ion battery from Titan, this gun is shooting right around 400 FPS and has about 16 balls per second on full auto. That FPS is pretty nice for a gun right out of the box. However, the rate of fire for this gun is quite lacking. If you were to pick this gun up for yourself, I would definitely use an 11.1 lithium-ion or lithium polymer battery for this gun. It's going to give you the best performance, best trigger response, best rate of fire, especially since the rate of fire is quite low already. And then BB weight, you could use 2 5s or 2 8s in this gun. I wouldn't use anything heavier than a 2.8 and nothing lighter than a 2.5. In my opinion, Ares has been kind of underrated for quite a while in the airsoft world. Back in the day, their guns used to be the best things ever, and then people kind of stopped buying their guns for a little bit. But they are still very good in my opinion, and if you were to use this gun for yourself, you would see that too. It shoots great, the trigger response is amazing, it's super lightweight, and it just performs really well. Currently this gun is retailing for $299.95 and is available in-store and online at StampedeAirsoft.com. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our Facebook and Instagram page to stay up to date with all the new products that we get in at the store and all the cool stuff that we're doing out at the field. And I will see you guys next time.